The government hasn't always been open about UFOs. However, it seems in recent years officials have decided to change that. UFOs are being talked about more than ever, with some theorists putting forward the idea that disclosure could be coming anytime soon. Interestingly, President Trump was just interviewed by his son Donald Trump Jr., and during the interview his son asked him about aliens. He said the following: "Before you leave office, will you let us know if there's aliens? Because this is really the only thing I want to know. I want to know what's going on. Will you ever open up about Roswell and let us know what's going on?" The president immediately responded with the following: "So many people ask me that question. There are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. Roswell is a very interesting place, with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on." Donald Trump Jr. then responds with the following: "So you're saying you may declassify it?" To which the president smiles and says, "I may have to think about this one." Many people in the UFO community were excited by this interview, with some suggesting that perhaps big news could be coming in the next few weeks. One person said the following: "I really like how he talks so openly about this. It's not something you see very often in politicians. He seemed very confident about what he was saying. He didn't stutter and seemed almost happy talking about the subject." W. Mac Brazel was a rancher who lived near Roswell, New Mexico. Back in 1947 he came across an incredible sight. A downed craft had made contact with the ground. During this time there had been a lot of talk about unidentified flying objects, and this caused Brazel to think that this wreckage had to be something similar. Major Jesse Marcel was sent to investigate the site and recover the wreckage. He announced in a press release that they had recovered a flying disc, but the next day they said it was only a weather balloon. Later on, however, the Air Force claimed that neither stories were true, and that it was actually a device used to spy on the Soviet Union. Due to these conflicting reports, this caused some to not believe in any of these stories, and actually believe the military personnel who were on the site. Decades after the event took place, some came forward with their own stories, saying that whatever made contact with the ground that day was not a weather balloon, saying that the materials it was made of was incredibly light, and wouldn't crease or break no matter how hard the soldiers tried to destroy it, with another saying that we have nothing like this on our planet. The National Enquirer decided to report on the story once again in 1978. Theories began circling that the government had been covering up the truth all along, and that the wreckage truly was an alien spacecraft. One person claimed to have seen a blazing aircraft right before the crash, while others claimed they saw it break and scatter over a large area. There were also accounts of people witnessing alien bodies coming from the wreckage. One of the most famous accounts came from a mortician named Glenn Dennis. According to Dennis, a nurse at the Roswell Army Air Force field witnessed doctors examining 3 creatures, and these resembled humans but had long thin arms and very large bald heads. Dennis reported that he was asked for child-sized caskets around the same time. Due to witness accounts like this and the fact that the government changed their stories several times, the Roswell incident is still one of the most famous UFO incidents. This interview, along with all the other recent UFO news, has only caused excitement. After all, going back a few weeks ago, the Pentagon formally released 3 unclassified videos taken by Navy pilots. The mysterious videos showing UFOs have been circulating for years. It's caused various theories to be put forward to try and explain them. However, for skeptics, they wouldn't believe the footage until the government came forward and announced they were real. This is exactly what happened, and they've been given the name of unidentified aerial phenomena. Although this is massive news, it's not anything new. Pilots have been coming forward for years and detailing their interactions with unidentified flying objects. One of the videos that dates back to 2004 shows a mysterious craft being tracked by the military. Sue Go, who is a Defense Department spokeswoman, said the only reason this video got out to the public is because of a leak. She went on to say the following: "After a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems, and does not impinge on any subsequent investigations of military airspace intrusions by unidentified aerial phenomena." One person said the following: "The comments are interesting, and even after they captured these unidentified aerial objects on camera, it still feels like they're downplaying it. Although this is great news and I'm happy they're admitting the videos are genuine and do show something mysterious, what about all the people that have been told to be quiet when they've reported their encounters? And I'm not just talking about everyday people. People in high positions who have tried to talk about these objects have been branded as crazy. Where's the justice in that? All they were trying to do is reveal what they saw, and they were told to be quiet, with some people even losing jobs or being demoted over it." At the end of 2017, the United States Department of Defense began their subtle declassification process. This was by slowly declassifying a collection of military documents and research information to the general public. Usually these declassification processes are full with financial information, technical documents and references to training programs, government budgets, assistance with other nations or other basic procedures, of which do not hold any significant importance outside of technical military information. However, it became apparent very quickly to members amongst the UFO community that the declassified files coming from the Pentagon were more than just research and technical information. The files that were slowly being declassified over the course of the previous years were full with very interesting information. Back in 2007, the Department of Defense began developing a UFO research program, tasked with gathering information regarding unidentified flying objects, and conducting research as to the observed aircrafts, their origin and their technological prowess. The research group was quickly budgeted with $22 million in support, and a team comprising of military intelligence officials, researchers and the highest levels of security clearance. The program itself went by the name of AATIP, which stood for the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, and was given the primary objective of identifying these unidentified flying objects, and figuring out whether there were potential threats to national security. It didn't take long for the team to gather a wide variety of strange sighting reports made by pilots from across the country, including associated data like camera footage and radar information, while attempting to match these sightings with known international aircraft signatures, expecting to find explanation to these crafts and their origin. It became rather obvious this would not be the case. In fact, many of the researchers involved in the program regarded these UFO sightings as craft as having no earthly origin, and displaying behavior that could not be explained. Interestingly, celebrities like Tom DeLonge have been vocal about UFOs. Going back a month ago, Tom DeLonge said the following on his Twitter account: "Everyone will know the reality soon, and unfortunately it's not just something to laugh at. It's pretty unnerving, with some bad news and some good news, and with that in mind all we can do is deal with it honestly and openly." It's now known what he was referring to. It turns out that in a recent statement by Steve Justice, who is the Chief Operating Officer of the To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, says how the organization got their hands on exotic properties. He said the following about the object: "The structure and composition of these materials are not from any known existing military or commercial application. They've been collected from sources with varying levels of chain of custody documentation, so we are focusing on verifiable facts, and working to develop independent scientific proof of the material's properties and attributes. In some cases, the manufacturing technology needed to fabricate the material is now only becoming available." To the Stars Academy said the following on their Twitter account: "To the Stars Academy has acquired multiple pieces of metamaterials that are reported to have come from an advanced aerospace vehicle of unknown origin. We're enthusiastic about its potential use, and how it can further our mission for discovery and innovation. As you can imagine, many people are excited about this news. If it turns out to be true, it could perhaps be one of the greatest discoveries ever made. Not only that, but it could prove that what people have been seeing over the past 100 years, and that's that advanced aerial machines do exist. So what do you make of President Trump's recent interview? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.